Hello and welcome to the Women's Cave. Yeah, because you see, she didn't wait for the blinky light, so I got to take it.
I feel like you were just like sitting there like a lion waiting to pounce. You were like, gazelle!
I was waiting. I was waiting for it.
I feel, no, I'm done with this banter now.
Wow, you're done because I won?
Yeah.
Don't be mad.
I'm a sore loser.
Don't be a sore loser, dude.
No, I'm a sore loser because I was doing yard work.
Well, true.
I lost the race of getting to announce us first, and now my back hurts because I was like, I'm gonna rake the yard.
I feel like, Winona, you're getting old then if you admit that your back hurts because you were raking the yard.
And I also started a new exercise routine.
Oh yeah, just go ahead and add it right on in there. Sure. Everyone believes you. Everyone, no one.
No, I was like,
I'm Jade, and that's Winona.
Oh right. I didn't get to introduce myself today.
And we wrote literary life guide to pop poetry. Winona, would you like to say the top 4?
Oh yes, I would. So we wrote the top 4 are, and I thought divorce was bad with other life lessons, and I thought being grown up was easy, which is right here. Look at that. I can't talk and point to a book at the same time. Oh my goodness.
And walking chew gum.
I am too cute for these things. Anyway, moving on. Both of those are found on Amazon.com, and they're both audiobooks, so check them out on Audible. Where is...
I don't know. Okay, so
anyway. And then the other 2 are If Only I Were Me, which is on BarnesandNobles.com, and I Thought I Did My Journey Alone, which is also on Amazon.com. And those are the top 3 of the And I Thought series, which is 17 books long. And then we have If Only I Were Me, the standalone. Is that good enough?
Yeah,
you can check out everything that we're doing at www.and.
Your ladies are doing.
I'm sorry, your ladies are doing at www.andwethought.com. And a few things that we wish we hadn't done. Yeah. By the way, I don't like my voice today. It sounds really whiny.
Oh no, you just thought it was easy to do my job, and it's not. It's not easy. So yeah, anyway, y'all are here to hear us continue to talk about on and on about which job is easier, Winona's job. You're here to hear from our wonderful guest. Wonderful guest, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hello, I am Kate Hames. I'm an actor, singer, blogger, writer, podcaster, all around loads of everything stuff. I like to refer to myself as a jack of all trades, master of many. Mm-hmm. And yeah, that is me. I do all kinds of different things.
Wow, so she's multi-hyphenate, which first of all, I need we love multi-hyphens. And then I have to ask you, where do you find the time? Because it's only 24 hours in the day.
I know. I don't know myself, to be honest. It's I have to strategically plan everything. There's bits of paper all around my office with everything written on it, and I like planning, so that's good.
Oh,
you like planning.
I do. I love
planning. Planning is fun. Doing is not.
Doing is hard.
That depends what you're doing.
Yes, that's true. That is true.
So
I have a question.
Okay, yeah, I want to know what her podcast was.
Yep, that's what I was going to ask. Go for it.
What's your podcast? What's the name of your podcast, and what is it
My podcast is called Made a Hames Out of It, and it is about, because there's a saying in Ireland where if you've made a hames out of something, you've made a right mess of it. And it's to do with a bit that you put around a horse's neck, and apparently it's really difficult to attach, and so people would always mess up attaching it, and so people would say, you've made a right hames out of that. And as Hames is my surname, I stole that saying and turned it into a podcast. So in the podcast, I talk about disasters and curses and mishaps and mayhem and things like that.
Ooh, I feel like we would be a perfect fit if you ever want to interview somebody.
But the Misfit Guys.
Yeah, because we have an entire series about how our lives is mishaps. It's like I think when we call our lives, it's a combination of stumbling and getting back up. And
yes, completely.
That's it. So anyway, I love this idea of the podcast. Where can we hear it?
It is on Anchor, which is distributing it across, is it Google Podcast, I want to call it? Mm-hmm. And it is on Spotify. And I do post it to YouTube as well. So my YouTube channel is Kate Hames. And so it's on there alongside all the vlogging that I do as well.
This is lovely. I like learning about when other people do podcasts. I was like, ooh.
Well, it's really new. I've just put my 4th episode out today, actually. So yeah, I'm quite new to it. I've not done it before, so but I love it. It's really fun. It's good.
Yes.
Congratulations to your 4th episode.
Thank you.
This is so amazing. So I guess my question is, so were you a writer first or an actress first?
Oh, well, I started them both at school. So writing and acting was something I've always done. And then for a while, I focused more on writing. And it's been within the last maybe 4 years, I think, that I've gone back into acting. Because a friend of mine asked me to be in Panto. You guys don't have Panto over there, do you? But
what is
pantomime? Pantomime. It's like a show it's a British tradition where you put on the show at Christmas, and it's all chaotic and daft and silly, and there's lots of singing and dancing, and it's just mayhem. So you'll do things like Puss in Boots or Aladdin or Beauty and the Beast and traditional fairy tale type things. And so yeah, a friend of mine asked me to do that a few years ago, and so I've been doing that every year now. And then started with some extra work in some films, and then started filming a short at the beginning of this year, which then had to get stopped because of COVID, obviously. But yeah, we just managed to finish that as we came back out of lockdown. So we've managed to get that done. And now obviously everyone's gone back into lockdown. So filming's kind of a bit up in the air at the minute.
Oh, that's right, because you guys are going back. Are you already in lockdown, or you going back in?
We go back in tomorrow, I think it is. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
Wow. Oh, we're in the United States. Lockdown what? No.
Yeah, I have noticed that actually. A lot of some people I'm friends with on Facebook, it's like, what? You're at a party? That's insane. What are you doing? Stop touching people.
Yeah. I guess that's that American pastime, because that's what everyone says about Americans in New York. They're like, "Do you want to give me a hug? Don't you?" I do. I really do. And they're like, "Oh, fine. Give me a hug." I guess that American pastime has been getting us in a little bit of trouble nowadays.
No, I know that. I miss hugging. It's sad.
I'm like, because you don't know how much you like hugging is a part of your day until you're like looking at people and you're like, I really wanted to give you a hug, but we're like,
it's so weird.
That's important because it's so important.
Oh my goodness, so important. So, can I ask you, any of your acting skills transfer over into writing, like developing characters and how they move throughout scenes and plotting and within the world?
Not so much with my writing, but only because I tend to do more true life writing. So I'll do a lot of blogging, which is obviously more to do with things that I'm like personal things that I'm writing about. I have written a lot of short stories, and I have tried to write a novel, but I've given up on it now because I know it's just never going to get finished. So in terms of that, not really, no.
Oh, I feel like you could do something with the short stories to make them a novel.
Yeah. Well, you see, I'll have an idea for a story, and I'll think, oh, this is really good. I could turn this into like a full-on novel. And then I'll start writing it and think, I'm getting bored, so I'll just turn it into a short story instead. And then I'll want to go back to it and think, no, because I could lengthen this bit out, and that could do this, and no. But yeah, it's never something I've thought about really with the acting and the writing. I've never really put them together as such. It's always been two separate things.
I know that we had a class when we did our experience writers retreat last year, because of course it was canceled this year. And we had an actress that's also an author, and we asked her to it's a wonderful co-host, Tanya Tide, when she comes. And we asked her to develop a class on that. And she said, I never really thought about how acting can influence writing. But if you think about it, when you're an actress, you have to put on someone else.
Yeah.
When you're writing someone, you're basically making a world. You're putting on these people in this world.
Mm-hmm. So that is very true. Yeah.
It really helped her. It really helped her because you get to flesh them out more emotionally, right? Because if I was acting out that scene, this emotion would have to happen.
Exactly.
That
And
is very true. I've never thought of it like that before.
I remember reading.
Well, then we look forward to reading your full novel.
Yes, we do.
Because you're on lockdown. We look forward to reading your full novel.
Got nothing else to do.
It's your written universe of acting out. Like it's your written universe where you get to act all the characters. It's your one woman show, just written on the page. There you go. See?
Yeah, exactly. I like that.
And it's episodic. That way you'll have so chapter 1 is episode 1 and you keep on going. Episodic.
I love it. Thank you for that, actually. I'm going to try and write something with that frame of mind now, and it might work.
Right. So all the characters are played by you, and you get to go to all the settings you ever wanted to film in.
Yeah.
Just all of them. And then we were at the beach, and this character was definitely drinking a pina colada with lots of
That sounds good. Yeah, I like that. She's always got a pina colada in her hand.
Right. Oh, I would totally read that book just because this is always everywhere she goes has a pina colada. They're like, oh, you know what it's time for? My Yeti cup and pina colada. I would read that just for that.
I feel like it would be like it was a dark alley and this was a dark crime. I needed a little sunlight. Put the umbrella in and have her assistant put the little umbrella in.
Mm-hmm.
Now let's
I love that.
Superpower activate. Pina colada. Okay, anyway, back.
Moving on to the book that you're actually probably going to write, to the short stories that you do write. What do you like to write about?
Oh. That is a very good question, actually. I don't really have anything specific that I have decided that I am of this genre when I have written before. It's more like I'll have an idea and think I'm going to write about this today, or it's not so much what I like to write about, it's just what decides to come my way, and then I'll have an idea about it and write it like that.
I like this. I think that's how we write now. We have an idea about it and we're like, let's write. Oh, no, not long enough for a short story. It's a
flat fiction, man. Just gotta give it different names. Have to give it different names.
So I see a ribbon behind you.
I do see a ribbon behind you, and it's
this.
Yes.
I was a semi-finalist in Miss British Isles a couple of months ago. It was a semi-finalist in Miss British Isles Elegance 2020. I did not go through to the final, unfortunately, but never mind. It was fun. I got to do a photo shoot, and that was good fun. Got a little bit of publicity for it
on Facebook, by the way. So.
Yeah, thoroughly enjoyed it.
That's why we had to bring it out. Yeah, I enjoyed those videos.
So how much fun was it to do a photo shoot?
How much what? Sorry.
Fun was it to do a photo shoot?
Oh, I love doing photo shoots. They're so much fun. It's just I never put any makeup. I've put the tiniest bit of makeup on for today, but I never put makeup on usually. And so I got to sit there and have my hair done and have all my makeup put on and then get dressed up in some pretty dresses and just prance around, and it's nice. It's good fun. I love it. It's brilliant. I could do that every day.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
I said, well, no, I couldn't do it every day. Our first and only photo shoot was for a magazine, and it was hot and in July, and there were people around, and you have the photographer taking pictures, and you're like, I feel like I look silly.
No, it wasn't that. It was just because it was hot, and we were like, man, we hope we have put on enough spray to set our faces, because if not, it's gonna be melty.
Yeah, I can't imagine that a photo shoot in that heat would be great, to be honest, because
98 degrees Fahrenheit, which I don't know what it is.
About to Google. What
So what was yours like? Was it indoors, outdoor?
It was indoor, yeah. It was indoors. And it was very weird because it was obviously in amongst the whole COVID social distancing thing. So usually the photographer would be able to come up to you and go, just put this arm there or put that leg there or whatever, but it was more like they had to just tell you from a distance, and the whole thing had to be socially distanced, and you couldn't talk with any of the other models and any of the other participants, and it was usually they'd have like food and drink for you and everything, and it was like, we can't do that now, sorry. So but yeah.
So just saying what it was when we had ours, it was 36.6 degrees Celsius outside.
Wow. Yeah, that is awful.
Needless to say, we were sweating just a bit.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. Wow. I don't even think it's ever been that hot here.
You guys never got to. Oh wow.
So,
Okay.
yeah. So it was pretty hot. It was a pretty hot day. But I mean so how has 2020 changed your outlook on all the creative things that you do?
Oh, drastically. It is, to be honest, I think I'm one of the only people that has enjoyed parts of the whole lockdown aspect. I mean, obviously the whole COVID thing is horrific and wouldn't wish that on anyone at all. But the time that it's given me to put all the effort into everything else that I've been wanting to get on top of my my channel on YouTube, been wanting to set up a podcast, been wanting to do more writing and that kind of thing for ages, but just never had the time because I'm self-employed and I own my own business, so I've had to keep that going as well. But then, so it's never having time for anything else. But now I was doing, for the entire time that we were in actual full lockdown, I was putting songs out every day, cover versions of songs. And so that's prompted me now to put a song out every week. Whereas before it was kind of like, I don't really have time to do this. But now I've been able to plan out when I'm going to do this, that and the other, get a vlog out, get a song out, get the podcast written. And yeah, so otherwise I just would not have been able to do that. So it's definitely changed it that way.
I think that we can understand that. We gave 7 months inside of our house. We have definitely done a bunch of new podcasts and stuff. And yeah, as you said, obviously we kind of wish COVID never happened.
Oh my goodness.
Because you don't want people to be sick. But because of this opportunity now, we actually get to redo a book cover and do some other great things that
like
we
a
wouldn't have done.
clothing line. I've always wanted clothes.
A clothing line, really?
Yeah, like dresses and pants and tennis shoes and yeah.
So we've been working,
And is that launched already? Is that out there? Have you? Mm-hmm. You will have to give me the information for that because I would like to see it, please.
Absolutely. Also, where can people actually, first of all, what are some advice that you would give new people that are trying to start out being creative? What are the top 3 pieces of advice that you would get? Oh, just trying to be a business owner, because you mentioned that you are self-employed, being a business owner in general.
I think one of the things that I'm coming to terms with myself at the moment is to not be afraid. Be as brave as possible, because there's so many things where I'll go to record something and think, no, I don't want to do that, or I look stupid if I do that. But it's not going to work if you're not brave enough to put those things out there, because you are talented and amazing, and whatever you want to be doing, just do it, because you're not going to get another chance to do it. So yeah, be brave. That is my biggest piece of advice to anybody.
I love that advice.
Yes,
I used to live by that advice for years.
You still live by that advice. Winona's don't lie to y'all and be like, no, I don't live by that advice. Really, Winona is the go for it queen.
No, I have an opportunity right now that I'm like lagging on it because I'm like, should I or shouldn't I? But that's okay. It's only one opportunity out of everything.
I already know what's gonna win. She's gonna go for it. She's gonna be like, should I? I'm gonna go for it. Why did you even say it? Of course you're going for it.
I've been learning recently about values. I do a lot of self-development with a life coach, and we've been talking in one of the courses about values and core values and what things mean to you. So I think if you have something that sits with your core values, well then just do it. Just go for it, because why not?
Absolutely. I mean, I agree with that. If it doesn't go against your values, then go for it. Exactly. If it does go against it, don't do it. Don't do it, because you're not gonna. No matter how successful you are, you won't be happy because you went against your own values. So
if
it's in line with it, go ahead, do this thing.
Yep,
definitely.
All right. So where can people find out more about you and your blog and your podcast and just everything that you're doing? Because you have been burning it up, like doing the things lately.
I am on Facebook, and Instagram and Twitter. And I need to read from my list of my tags because I forget what they are. But Facebook is at Made a Hames Out of It. Instagram is at Made a Hames Out of It. Twitter is at Made a Hames. And then there's my website, which is madeahames.com.
Nice. And do you love that brand consistency? Right,
I do. This is how you do business owner right there. This is brand consistency. I love it. I love it so much. Thank you so much.
That is what I was doing over lockdown. Get everything the same.
It's the foundation things. It's the little administrative things that get you.
It does. Like,
yeah.
Good saying, the devil is in the detail.
Oh,
it literally is in the detail.
Definitely.
So thank you for taking time out to come on our show at like 9 o'clock, almost 9 o'clock your time. Thank you so much for that.
Thank you very much for having me. It's been lovely.
Thank you.
Jade, would you like to wrap us up?
No, you have something to say before I start.
Oh, okay, I guess I do have something to say. It's just not as much fun as if I was going to interrupt her like, hey, with the waggle finger. That's fun. But let me go ahead and be professional, please. So if you go to www.andwethought.com, on the homepage, there's something called the Lady Style Podcast. And that's where professional actors read my TV scripts.
Yeah,
at the table reads. So anyway, also on there are actual people who work in the business behind the scenes and a few little celebs. A few
celebs that we got to talk to, and we put them on the Lady Style Podcast. So please go check that out. As Winona mentioned,
now would you like to wrap us
absolutely up? As Winona mentioned, you can find out everything your ladies are doing on www.andwethought.com. While you're there, take a moment, go to the ladies tab, go down in the middle, and see the charities that we probably support. Yes, we know there's an old saying that says money is funny, and that probably applies to all of 2020. So if you don't have money to support them with, that's okay. You can definitely support them with time. There are a list of people that are looking for the volunteer. So you maybe support them with your time. If you can't do that, just add them on social media or send them a nice email and say, thank you for doing this wonderful work in the world, because we all need encouragement, even the narcissist Winona.
I'm really not allowed to interrupt you anymore.
No, you're not, because I'm doing and have a wonderful thing. So just remember, y'all, that wisdom is all around you if
you're open to finding it and accepting it. So peace and love, you guys, from the whiny Winona today.
And Jade. Oh yeah, thanks for listening.